Okay, boys and girls. So this is day 2 of week 3 of your math packet. Let's take a look at the goal for today's lesson. And in today's lesson, it says that we are going to decompose or break down fractions as a sum of unit fractions using tape diagrams. Okay, so as we said yesterday, decompose means to break down. So we're going to break down fractions as the addition of smaller unit fractions. And then we're going to represent that with the drawing of a tape diagram. Okay, so let's take a look and see how that's going to look like, boys and girls. Let's see. So this is number 1, and it has 3 steps. And as you know already, when we have multiple or multi-step directions, we take it one at a time. Okay, so let's only worry about step 1 right now. Step 1 says draw and shade. Draw and shade a tape diagram of the given fraction. In other words, we're going to draw a tape diagram of the fractions that they are giving us. So let me work with B here, okay? The given fraction or the fraction that they are giving me is 6/8. So it is asking me to draw a tape diagram, and that's exactly what I am going to do. Now, this one tape diagram is going to represent one whole cake. So this is one whole. Now, I will need to decompose this one whole into how many units? Well, if I need to know how many units should go inside the one whole, I look at the denominator. In this case, the denominator is 8, which means I need 8 units or 8 boxes inside one whole. And if I need 8 units, then I need 7 lines. So let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lines. And that should give me my 8 units. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 units. Perfect. Okay, now I need to represent this given fraction, 6/8. So that means that I'm going to shade in 6 of these 8s. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 out of 8. I'm going to go ahead and label these units as 1/8 because that is the name of the unit fraction that we are working with today. Okay, so 1/8, 1/8, and 1/8. Again, I'm only shading in 6 of them because that's the fraction that they are giving me, that they want me to represent. So let me go back and see what the steps are. So step 1, draw and shade a tape diagram. We just did. Okay. Step 2 says record or write the decomposition or the breakdown as a sum of unit fractions. So this is when we're going to take the fraction that they gave us, 6/8, and we are going to break it down as the addition of smaller unit fractions. Okay, the very first one that almost everybody say right away, we can look at the 8s individually and we can say, well, we could do 1/8 plus 1/8 plus 1/8 and so on until we have the 6/8. So let me do that right in here. 6/8 is equal to 1/8 plus 1/8 plus 1/8. That's 3 of them. I need 6 plus 1/8 plus 1/8, that's 5, plus 1 more eighth. So here I have the 6 of them. 6/8 equals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The addition or the sum of 6 1/8. Okay, so that would be step 2, record the decomposition as a sum of unit fractions we just did. Step 3. Step 3 says record or write the decomposition of the fraction in 2 more ways. So basically, it's asking us to do this 2 more times. Okay, so let me see if I can erase this right here, because now, I can use the tape diagram if I need to. Some of you guys already have it in your mind. You have like more than 3 ways that you can decompose 6/8. And bear with me. Thank you for being patient. But if you need to look at the tape diagram, you can use that, and we can say, well, instead of just putting the 1/8 individually, I can choose to combine 2 of them. I can say 2/8 plus another 2/8 plus another 2/8. That also equals 6/8. So that would be another decomposition that we can show in here. 6/8 equals 2/8 plus 2/8 plus 2/8. And isn't 2 plus 2 plus 2 6? And then, of course, these are 8s. So that would be another way. It wants 2 more ways, so I need 1 more. Okay, well, let me see. Let me see if I can erase this really quickly. And now, instead of looking at the 8s, 2 by 2, I can think of what's another way that I can combine 8s and still come up with 6, the sum of 6 of them. Okay, well, another way that I can do this, I can put 3 together. So that would be 3/8, and then I have 3 left. That could be the other addend. And isn't 3 plus 3 6? 6/8. So 6/8 equals 3/8 plus 3/8, or 3/8 plus 3/8 equals 6/8. And that would be it for step 3, recording the decomposition in 2 more ways. So we are done. And that would be it. That would be it for number 1. And then number 2 is exactly the same thing. We're drawing in shading tape diagrams, and then we're recording the decomposition in 3 ways, except some of these fractions are improper fractions. So here's when you, for example, here's when you have to decide if 1 whole is going to be sufficient or enough, and if it's not enough, then how many more extra units would you need to add? For example, here the denominator is 4, so 1, 2, 3, but then it's asking me to shade in 5, and so this is just 1, 2, 3, 4 fourths. I need 5 fourths. So this is when you go like, oh, so I need to add 1 more in here so that I can have the 5 fourths. And then, you do the same thing. You label each of these are fourths because that's the unit that we're working with. And then this extra one, this is also 1/4. And then you go from there. So now you're going to be recording the 3 addition sentences here. That would all equal 5 fourths. And boys and girls, that would be it. That would be it for this day 2 of your 5-day week. Okay, I hope that this helps. And again, there's the other video that we watch in YouTube. Feel free to check it out as well.